Not long ago, I heard about a young mother whose 4-year-old was misbehaving. She tried everything she could think of to get him to mind, but it was just one of those days when nothing seemed to work. She warned him once, she warned him twice, and finally she said, "That's it, young man, you're in timeout." Now, timeout in that household meant that he had to sit next to a green refrigerator. He could not talk, he could not move, he could not do anything except breathe. Now, that may not seem like a very big deal, but if you're a creative parent, you can build something like that up to where sitting next to a green refrigerator is worse than Alcatraz. And so he was devastated. He was crying, he was sorrowful, he was penitent, he knew that he had messed up. Finally, after doing his time, young Caleb was eligible for parole and he was set free. His mom kept an eye on him, though, and she noticed that he was doing something really odd. For the rest of the day, every time he got close to the green refrigerator, he would walk over by it, sit down, and not move for a while. Finally, she asked him, "Caleb, what are you doing?" He replied, "I'm in timeout, Mommy." Well, she put her arms around him and she said, "Honey, you're not in timeout anymore. You're free. And even when I had to put you in timeout, I still loved you and I had already forgiven you." You see, Caleb's problem was he had been set free, but he didn't know he had been set free. And so over and over again, he kept putting himself back in timeout. I wonder how many of us do the same thing. Keep putting ourselves back in timeout, keep kicking ourselves over past mistakes, keep beating ourselves silly over things that God has already forgiven and forgotten. Are you carrying a burden of past mistakes? Are you continuing to put yourself in timeout over things that you did 5 weeks ago, 5 years ago, 5 decades ago? Well, Psalm 103 says, "As far as the east is from the west, so far he removes our transgressions from us." And Jesus said in John 8:36, "If the Son sets you free, you will be free indeed." Stop putting yourself back in timeout. You have been set free. You are free indeed. Yes, let's take sin seriously. And when we fail, let's acknowledge it. Let's repent of it. Let's ask God's forgiveness. But then, let's move on because God already has. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.